You're live. Okay, so like I'm not all dressed up and it's not all woohoo. But tonight I wanted to begin chronicling my use of CBD oil. It's something that I've been wanting to try for a long time, but I wanted to keep track of like how much I had, what I was feeling, what was going on. So it's midnight and been a long day, but I still wanted to get this done. So my name is Judith Aussem. I am 66 years old. I'm a Canadian, and I have had a prescription for medical marijuana for a few years. I had experience with marijuana mid 20s to almost 50s. And in Vancouver, some pretty darn good stuff. At any rate, and then I started traveling, and so when I got on the plane to go to China the first time, I was stoned, man. Friends went with me to the airport, and it was like, this is it. I was stopping smoking. I wouldn't be getting stoned anymore, that's for sure. Anyway, so the final talk. Zoomed halfway to Shanghai. It was great. So, but it didn't bother me. I didn't go in withdrawal or anything like that. I never have. So I guess I'm not that much of a stoner. Who knew? So in my travels around the world, I've been in places where, although lovely and the people phenomenal, I don't know how they got mail. In China, I didn't get any mail in China. I was there for 5 years. I didn't get any mail in China. And I would ask people, how do you get your mail? I sent parcels. I went to the China Post and sent parcels out, but I never actually received it. Terry Lynn, my dear, grasshopper, if you catch this, can you let me know? I'm guessing that the parcels that your mother sent to you while we were in Gannan was Ganshan. We went to Gannan afterwards. While we were in Ganxian in Jiangxi province, your mother sent you some care packages. I remember that very well. So I'm guessing that they went to the school, and then Jeanette would make sure that we got access to them. Morocco, no addresses where I was. And it's not because the trees were full of goats there. I was out in the countryside. I was actually in Agadir and moths. In Agadir, it gets quite built up, and it's a lovely seaside place, but not so big on the addresses. So then I went to Oman. There are no street signs, let alone house numbers. So you don't just call up a taxi to come and get you. We won't even discuss the fact that taxis don't have a license or training. But anyway, I digress. What happens is that you're at the Intercontinental Hotel. You magically got there, and when you're leaving, a taxi will pick you up, and you'll ask a taxi if you can have his cell number. If you like this taxi and he doesn't seem to be, taking you home by way of Fujairah or anything, then that would be hilarious. What a ride, though. I would say that you probably got a good one, and you should get his number. And then he will remember where you live. How he remembers everybody, I don't know, but they do. And so, and then I came back to Canada. We're so civilized. I come back to Canada and I can have food delivered again. Wow. Do you know how special that is sometimes. When you've gone to countries for years, you've been away and you can't have food delivered. I don't think I was ever in a country where there wasn't a Pizza Hut and Subway. Well, it was, Shanghai, uh, Agadir, Haiyan, gosh, all those places. I knew that I could probably find a Pizza Hut or a Subway. And so when I was feeling I need a little home in my life, that's what I would do. I would go and have pizza or Subway. So anyway, I digress again. So this morning, this really cute young woman, she just was all smiles and just looked so brightly polished and healthy, and she looked like a real sweetie. Anyway, she brought me my CBD oil. And I said to her, it still amazes me that I can live a very happy life in a house or in an apartment or a hovel in Canada, knowing that probably I can get my groceries delivered, Gateway delivered to me for years, Gateway, in Toronto. And when I came back from Oman, I lived close to Casaloma. And my neighbor said to me, "Did you know that you can get alcohol delivered?" Hell no. I don't really drink, I don't really drink, so why did I order like $150 worth of alcohol and have it delivered for the summer? I mean, we did eventually, we being the operative word, we did eventually get through it. I can't remember what I got sound on, maybe not enough. Sometimes I speak a little bit low. Okay, so anyway, on with the show. So we're talking about CBD oil. I can get everything delivered here. I can get my alcohol, I can get my groceries, I can get my cat litter, I can get my mail. Canada Post delivers. And I think it's fabulous because God knows they had so much trouble with letters. You go for years. Sometimes you get, in 1880 they mailed this, and she finally got it today. All that kind of shit goes on. But anyway, this lady comes up with this package. And in the package, there are a number of things. It's all it's in an express bag, so you can't tell who it's from. And even so, it just says Spectrum something on it. Spectrum, I don't know. Anyway, and then there's all kinds of foam and stuff inside the box. Inside the box also comes Spectrum Cannabis, the name of the company, the healthcare professional, Stacy Karp, who is an NP. NP? It doesn't say Dr. Stacy Karp. Something practitioner, nurse practitioner, I think it is. Anyway, didn't know they could write scripts. So she has deemed that although I had a prescription for 2 grams a day of bud, basically. Although I did get gel caps with it once. Oh, I took some when I left Miramichi. Cruised right into Montreal. Some of the nicest countryside you've ever seen. But not loopy, just like, this is nice. I'm seeing the countryside. Now, it's been years. If I did it every weekend, I wouldn't say that. But it had been years, and I absolutely loved the ride. And there were a number of places I wouldn't mind stopping at. Anyway, so this comes on a big ensemble de bons consommateurs Canada. So from Health Canada, and there's a little label and buha down at the bottom. And I have a prescription. And so this time I said, I'm a little asthmatic and I really shouldn't be vaping. I don't roll because I can't roll worth shit. So I was vaping, and she said, no, you should be taking the oil. And I said, well, what about gel caps? Well, you could, but I think, the oil would be better for you. She said, what I suggest is you get a really the highest CBD oil that you can get without any THC, and have that for daytime. But because of your insomnia and the level of your insomnia, I would suggest, on the other hand, yellow spectrum in the morning and red spectrum at night, because it's 23, 4, 6. Happy juice. 26.3 THC milligrams per liter. So I got morning juice and I got evening juice. Now, so the first thing this morning was, and how do you do it? They give you these handy dandy little things. Now, a couple things came with it that I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do with. I don't know. There were bits and pieces, and I'm really not too sure what I'm supposed to do with it. I did figure out that this finally was that I found this. This was the end of this. So anyway, you put it in your bottle. They give you another top. I don't know why. Back up. And it's your average syringe, and you back it up. Now, this doesn't go smoothly. So it's real. I don't know. So you go to bump it like just a 0.5, or 0.25, and it's whole milligram. So not too impressed with that, okay? But it's cheap. So this morning, when it got here, 11 o'clock or whatever, I took 0.25 of the yellow spectrum. And that's the CBD oil, with, as far as THC, less than 1 milligram per milliliter, which is quite a bit different from 23, which is my evening dose, and that is the red spectrum. So I can't say that 25 of the yellow for CBD pain. I can't say I noticed anything. I don't think so. I think if I did, I was just like, because I'm looking for it and I'm expecting it and I want to see it, not because I actually think it made a difference. So, well, that's snapped on right, much nicer. Anyway, 0.25 this morning, 0.5 tomorrow. We'll see. And then tonight I had 0.5 of the red and nada. And I thought, you know what? I just want to relax tonight. Oh, God, a cat. Pussy catty kitty, what are you doing? It's pussy catties. No, I just wanted to relax. So, and then, you get in that talkative streak and there's nobody else up that you can talk to. So what do? You go on YouTube. Jesus Christ, what this world come to. Anyway, and am I going to delete this? Hell no. It is what it is. So come with me on my journey. What I'm going to do, Canada has not approved another supplier yet, right? So Health Canada is the name of the game. But I ran across in Miramichi, I met a lovely woman who talked to me about a company called Prime My Body. And Colleen got me signed up right away. And hey, as soon as it's all tied up with a bow and and good to go, I will be first of all using and trying out the products, which I've heard a great deal about. Gosh, they sound really good, and hopefully, like I'm really looking forward to the CBD oil for the pain, and there's another product that they have that goes a little bit further in terms of helping you internally, um, more clarity. God, I could use that. More focus. I would think my memory should improve. I'm hoping. There have been people who have like been having seizures and that kind of thing, and they've noticed a decrease in those. So I'm hopeful that it will also help me with restless leg syndrome. And if it does, wow, I will be the biggest campaigner for that, let me tell you. Yeah, insomnia, that's a bugger. Alexa, what was it you said earlier?
I don't know that one.
Yeah, I don't know that one. Yeah, I know. Just turning up Alexa. Wish I could remember what I asked her. She had a hell of an answer, and I said, Alexa, I'm going to ask you that later so you can tell everybody. Alexa,
I don't know that.
Alexa, do you remember the joke I asked you to tell earlier? Oh, that might have been it.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke? Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Who won the race of princesses? Rapunzel, by a hair.
What? Alexa, repeat that joke.
Who won the race of princesses? Rapunzel, by a hair.
Jesus. I had this hair in. Never mind. Oh no, I'm not feeling the THC at all. But I'm not out of control. I'm not. I'm very relaxed. I'm very content. I'm not even hungry. Now that's something. I'm not even hungry. Well, at least not until I said that. Now maybe. Anyway, now I want a cigarette. No, hey, no, I don't. I just I have this in my hand. That's what the problem is. So get rid of this. Jesus, jeez. All right. So tomorrow we're going to try 0.5 yellow in the morning and see if that helps a little bit more, especially with my knees. And if it doesn't, within say an hour and a half, 2 hours, I think I'm going to take another 0.5. That would make one for the day and see if that helps because it just may, I'm not a really patient person. I just want results. God damn it. We're in an instant. Pussycatty kitty, come here. Where are you? that Coco? Coco, you got a moth. That's what's going on. Coco's got a moth. I hear the pitter patter of little feet in the hallway. Did you get it? Hey, sweetie pie. Hi, Coco. What you got there? Let's just hope it's only a moth. This is, I'm in Elora, Ontario. It's a lovely place. It's quiet when they're not working on construction. The neighbors are wonderful. There's a 12-week-old, 12 weeks little Beethoven, a little, what kind of dog is he? It's a sheepdog. It is not, no. Beethoven. Saint Bernard. Yeah, But it's okay. So we were talking about it, and the guy was saying that they put bourbon in it. Bourbon? No, brandy. Brandy goes in the little. I must remind you. How very American. We'll put some bourbon in there. It doesn't matter as long as it's alcohol, I'm sure. Anyway, I've dribbled around enough and probably more than embarrassed myself. But I can't say that I particularly care right now. But I think I should probably call quits. And, maybe next time I'll, I've fluffed up my hair. That's something. Or not. You never know. So, but hey, we'll report tomorrow. Tune in.